What it do, man? We back in 4K, 4K. It's your boy TRIWE, man. We back in AB. But why is everyone so afraid of being wrong? You know, today I want to talk about something that I think affects most or almost every part of society. Like, why are people so afraid of being wrong? Like, not just other people, myself included. Like, why does a disagreement make people uncomfortable? Why does someone sharing something different or sharing a different source of thought or a difference of opinion or a different perspective often make people feel like, oh, we got to defend ourselves? Excuse me. And I noticed that many conversations aren't really conversations anymore. They're like competitions or like friendly sparring, or I guess damn near just sparring, and everyone wants to prove their point, or everyone wants to win their point, or everyone wants to be the smartest person in the room. And it's like, the more society, the more I wonder, or the more I watch society, I should say, or the more in society or around society, the more I wonder, like, if our biggest problems isn't politics, religion, race, sports, social media. Maybe our biggest problem is just ego. Like, and maybe we've become so attached to being right that we've forgotten simply how to just listen. You know what I'm saying? And through this video, we're going to look at a couple of different examples that show how people react when their beliefs or opinions or identities are challenged. And then it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So let's get into it, man. First, I'm gonna start off with one of the conversator initiators to the ending of friendship, association, job, you name it. This here could potentially ruin almost anything because of the belief. This is the way with Brian Davila and God Logic apologetics. And I'm gonna get into this, and I'll talk a little bit more after.
Jesus is running around, right?
Sure.
So you're talking about righteous people. Right.
Sure.
So thank you for clarifying your meaning. And in that meaning, I got no problem because you were making it very clear.
All right. So just to be clear, you are okay at affirming as a Muslim can affirm that Allah is their father in the sense that they are a peacemaker.
And
so therefore they are.
Side note, this isn't because I want somebody to believe something or not to believe something, but because religion is one of the most oldest debates in human history. And no matter which religion someone follows, or even if they don't follow one at all, people often deeply attach their beliefs. And once a belief becomes an identity, a disagreement starts feeling personal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna continue.
Child of Allah.
You gotta be seriously bored of him running these same circles when I've already clarified that the Israelites use that terminology and we respect
So
what they
running
use.
from the question
And we
isn't accurate.
no, hold on.
But look how angry he is, though. Like, you could see it in his face. And like, look at the kick he gets out of feeling like, yeah, I got him angry, so I'm right. Like, that doesn't really prove that you're right.
We understand.
And also getting angry and trying to prove 30,000 points to a person that already obviously doesn't believe your way of seeing it, like,
terminology.
kind of counterproductive.
Chill.
No, don't talk to him. Talk to me.
Calm down.
Talk to me. Answer the question. So is that a yes? Is that a yes?
Are you gonna keep yelling?
Oh, he just hit on one of these. I got you too. But that's why I'm gonna end that clip. You know what I'm saying? Because they made the point that I'm trying to make. Like, it's like, how are you gonna super duper argue a person where y'all totally differ in opinions, and it's not gonna change. Like, it's not gonna go to a place where he feels like, all right, yeah, I could see what you're saying, or, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, what necessarily stood out to me is not that either side is right or wrong. It's just how strongly people defend the positions that they can honestly never really fully be proven, and that's not an attack on religion. It's just actually an attack on human behavior, because we all do that. No matter what it is that we're arguing about, we'll find something that gives us meaning, comfort, community, or purpose, and we'll protect it, which is natural, which is, nothing wrong with that. No matter what it is that you arguing over, whether it's, religion or anything else of any nature to make you feel like it crosses your beliefs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the problem happens, my bad for jumbling my words. The problem happens when protecting a belief becomes more important than understanding another person. It's like I think a lot of people say I know when what they really mean is I believe. You know what I'm saying? Like you debate with a person about their beliefs on religion and they tell you quickly, I know it ain't God. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, I ain't attacking nobody, I'm just kidding. But in that there's nothing wrong with believing something to the fullest or having like a super like strength in your belief system and feeling like what you believe is the true one and all, as you should. You know what I'm saying? The issue starts when we can't separate belief from certainty. You know what I'm saying? And that's just an ultimate kind of thing. But anyways, let's move a little bit away from this religion subject, because it's just a tough thing. We're gonna move on to something lighter like sports, which again also it definitely is a we get a little aggressive skis. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to this too. But it's like, because sports debates might be one of the greatest examples of people arguing just to argue, to be truthfully honest. It's like, it kind of proves my point even more. It's like we're arguing, you damn near in debt, you damn near haven't paid your rent, you damn near haven't brushed your teeth, you damn near probably need to go in there and fix your girlfriend, daughter, or wife, or brother, sister's relationship, but you in here arguing with your homeboy or a stranger for that matter, and somebody's comments about some athlete that probably might not ever meet you, or even if they meet you, not even care that you feel this way. They're just excited that you watch their stuff. But I'm gonna run this clip right here to kind of prove my point. Like, it's like people really be arguing over things that it's like, bro, what, why? Like, what the was you thinking? Like, why did that got me scratching my head? Like, what in the? But yeah, let me run this clip.
Wait, listen, LeBron James is great. He's the greatest player of his generation.
Oh, snap.
But LeBron James will never catch Michael Jordan, okay? He'll never be Michael Jordan. And
like, bro, where did you get that from? I'm sorry to keep stopping it, but it's like
so many different reasons, starting with you and you. When Jordan played, there was an allure. There was a mystery. There was a Joe DiMaggio quality. He'd walk in the arena suited and booted when you didn't have to come in suited and booted. He'd have the shades, and you'd see him when you'd see him. And on the court, it was perfection. The way he wore his uniform, the socks low, the sneakers, sent people into a frenzy. He was the first to do so many things.
Correct.
He participated in the
which is cap.
In the dunk contest.
Yeah, three times.
He was the first to wear the number 23. He never lost in the finals. We all know this. He never complained. Rick Mahorn and those guys, Kevin McHale and those guys, beat him to a pulp. He never complained. You saw him in the gym. He came back a little stronger. Shoulders were looking bigger, sort of like Shannon Sharpish, sort of like, a young Skip Bayless. He had the it factor. And one of the big reasons why LeBron will never beat Michael Jordan is because social media. We didn't discuss it every day. You saw what you saw.
I'm not gonna lie. He literally was. I was about to say. So if you're pointing out something that could not be, that isn't, how can we compare them? If there's elements to a situation that can't be compared, are they comparable? Like, obviously there's a lot of similarities to where you can compare, and you can compare those similarities and agree to disagree, or agree to agree, or disagree to disagree. But retrospectively, you can't have something happen. You can't have ray guns in one time period and then only have pistols in the other time period and be like, bro, they really was shooting, but they wasn't shooting like they was shooting, because, like, they was like pew pew, and then they was like pow pow. Like, it's two totally different things. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, not promoting any gun violence or any shooting or anything like that. Just a simple reference. But yeah, man, it's like, come on, G, what are you talking about?
And you took it as you saw it, and you saw perfection, you saw greatness time after time. Maybe his jump shot wasn't that good when he first came in the league, but we didn't have to watch it on Instagram every single night. We didn't have Skip Bayless discussing it every single night. We didn't have guys with cheerleader suits and pom-poms, Shannon Sharp, cheering it on every single night. That part of it, you were never going to be able to capture it. There was a James Dean, a Lone Ranger quality.
But yeah, you get the point of where that's going, where he's almost religiously going back to religion, you know what I'm saying, on the subject of how he knows Jordan could never let LeBron pass him. It's like, what's funny about sports debating is that most people already know that they aren't going to change anyone's mind. Jordan fans say that Jordan is the one and they stay Jordan fans. LeBron fans say that LeBron is the one and they stay LeBron fans. Shakur fans stay Shakur fans. Tank fans stay Tank fans. Yet everybody will argue that one is better than the other. Why can't they just coexist in their greatness together, and you like this person more and they like that person more, and you guys can agree on why you like the other person more? Because at the same point, it's like the debate stops being about facts. It starts being about identity, or it starts being about at once that happened, changing your mind feels like losing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, changing your mind should mean that you've learned something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's like retrospectively, people feel like they changed their mind and they lost their soul. Like, oh, I can't believe you just made me change my mind. Like, nah, bro. Like, just be freaking normal. Like, god dang, Jesus Christmas, my brother. But yeah, I'm a move into something that's also super controversial between people and people's beliefs, where it's like, this whole social media and public controversies are crazy, like kind of triggering off of how he was just talking about how you didn't have social media for entertainers. You didn't know when LeBron was about to go take a poop, in the day of Jordan, and obviously Jordan LeBron, but I guess to say in a better way, you didn't know when Jordan was about to go poop. You didn't know when Jordan was about to go get some ice cream. You didn't know when Jordan just bought some new Jordans. You didn't know when Jordan just, what his political stance was, or what color was his favorite color. Like, you know what I'm saying? And maybe you did, because they did little small things like that. But, the more personal things that you'd have to be personal with a person to see these types of things. And because everybody's so unpersonal now, and your life is just put out on the internet for the world to judge and have their opinion and act like they know you, even if they may not ever get to meet you or ever have met you in their entire world, this is where things become really interesting, because people often choose the side before they know all the facts. Like this right here. This was a good one. This was really a good one. And I know you know this young lady, and if you don't, you will now.
Me for all those views I got. So no, they took that right down. Absolutely not. They're not.
Bro, look at the look in her eyes. I ain't gonna lie. I like scary movies, but she is scary. Like, she is scary for sure. Like, I dang near might have nightmares just looking at this joint. Like, come on.
This is a man's world. I'm the victim. Remember?
Olivia Henderson says that when she arrived at the drop-off location, she noticed the customer's front door was completely open. Inside, the man who ordered the Wendy's was allegedly passed out on the couch, fully unclothed, with nothing blocking the view from outside. According to Olivia, anyone walking by could have seen everything clear as day. Instead of walking away, she chose to record the scene. She then edited the clip and uploaded it to TikTok, where...
And this is where we're gonna stop. She did what and left the what? Why would you do that? Like, why did she? And again, because I'm not about to get into this whole debate, because I don't want to be a part of the debate. But there were two sides to an actual one truth story. which made three sides, I guess. But there was the people that looked at, well, she should have did this because that was more proper. Leave the thing at the door, keep it moving, finish your joint, go to your next one. And then there was the people that was on the other side that was like, he shouldn't have been drunk in his house on his couch with his pants down. There was sexual, there was indecent exposure, sexually assaulted her. And it's like, the real story came out and she was wrong, and now she's about to go to jail and she's facing some time because she went and put some guy on the internet that she didn't need to do, because it wasn't like he invited her to her house. He invited a random DoorDasher, didn't know who the DoorDasher was going to be, to his house to deliver his food because he was intoxicated and he needed something for his stomach, but he didn't get the chance to get that stuff on his stomach because he was asleep. He was too lit. Excuse me. And she could have just been that random DoorDash driver, left her shit, probably would have got a tip the next morning for leaving the food. Well, maybe not. They got the tip, maybe just got a nice little 5-star rating and that call it a day. But people love to just jump into conclusions of something being something that it probably isn't. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I noticed about the online is people rush to conclusions. You know what I'm saying? One headline, they see one clip, one screenshot, and immediately decide who's guilty and who's innocent. And that is scary, bro. That is literally scary. That's so scary, bro. It's very, 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 very daunting that we live in a culture and a society where you supposedly can have an opinion, and you supposedly have the First Amendment, and you supposedly have the Second and the Third, and all of these different things, freedom of speech and so on and so forth. But I don't know. It seems like that this is killing it. It seems like social media is killing off freedom of speech and freedom of press and freedom of opinion. You know what I'm saying? And it's like everybody immediately decides who is guilty by picking one side, or every new piece of information gets filtered through the choice. You know what I'm saying? The goals stop being the truth, it seems like. You know what I'm saying? It seems like the goals become defending the side that you picked. Like, and that is really dangerous, because the reality is often, and every single time, usually 99.99, like some hand sanitizer, more complicated than what social media allows for it to be exposed. You know what I'm saying? Life isn't always that black and white to where you could see something and it is that way, because you need all of the actual evidence. You need the research. You need to be able to really decipher what is or what isn't happening inside of something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the truth usually exists in a gray area, which is crazy, but that's truly the truth of it. And those gray areas aren't viral moments, so the gray areas don't usually go viral. The people that are really doing the research, that are like really into whatever it is, they usually get to the bottom of it and find out, no matter what side they are. And those people are usually probably pretty honest. Like, damn, I was wrong. I thought that this was this way, and it wasn't. It was just like that girl that faked getting hit with the bottle, or Jesse Smollett faking getting beat up by some Africans. Like, it's just so many different versions of this in different ways, where it's all of it is unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? The girl that said that Tylil had, did the essay type stuff. Like, you feel me? It's like, it's just unacceptable, man, to be truthfully honest. And, extreme opinions do go viral. And that's the unfortunate part of this, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it brings me to this last final example. And this one really isn't about religion, sports, or controversy. It's about human nature itself. So let's run this last clip right quick, and I'm gonna get up out of here.
Mansell's own words that he reiterated to a podcast last year. He explicitly stated to another podcaster, the sets were moved off-site for security.
The collection will not be stored on site after hours for security reasons, and after Sunday, the sets will be available for purchase but stored elsewhere.
Now, one thing that's been a big subject of the Bricks and Minifigs kind of story is, hey, there are these off-site locations. Can you address what that is? Is that true?
So the off-site location in the letter that that corporate is referring to is the original press release that we released when we were launching the collection. In that press release, because we had previous break-ins, I specifically included the location that after this weekend, those Legos would be stored off-site to deter any future thefts. They were briefly stored off-site after that launch weekend while I bought safes for the back room, and then they were moved back into the store.
Okay, so for most of the time, the sets were in the store after y'all got the safes in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ammon McNeff suspects that a lot of the...
So, if you don't know about this situation, that's the Briggs and minifigs, or minifigs and Briggs, whatever you call that joint, out there in that good old western side of where they at, in Oregon or something like that, or one of those types of places like that, Wisconsin, something. And I think this clip perfectly demonstrates something we all struggle with, which is the desire to be understood without first understanding. Everybody wants grace. Everybody wants patience. Everybody wants people to hear them out. But often we offer the same, like, do we offer the same thing to others, like, that we want to get offered to ourselves? Not usually. And the strongest people I've ever met weren't people who always had an answer. You know what I'm saying? And they were people who hadn't won every single debate. And they were people who were comfortable to say, I don't know. You might have a point. I never thought about it that way. And these people tend to learn the most because they're open to growth. You know what I'm saying? And the older I get, the less interested I am in proving that I'm right or proving myself to people, period. I honestly don't care. You know, it's like, even with me being able to get to do this and get my setup and have my setup the way that I wanted it with, I'm still missing a couple of pieces. I want to get some stuff on the wall, and we getting close to that 100K subscribers, because I've been doing this YouTube stuff for damn near 11 to 12 years. So it's like, I finally found a way. Excuse me, I should have drank that soda. But yeah, anyways, believing in myself and understanding myself and understanding that I'm more interested in understanding why people believe what they believe now. Maybe none of us have the entire truth or any truth at all. Maybe we're all looking in different places at the same puzzle. Maybe being wrong isn't something to fear. Maybe it's actually one of the most important things to learn, because lessons you've learned came from moments where you didn't know something. That's just how learning works. That's how experiences become, and you experience something for it to become an experience. You know what I'm saying? And a learning lesson. So because every lesson you've learned comes from a moment that you don't know, I think society would rather skip past that moment. You know what I'm saying? I think society would probably be healthier if we spent less time trying to win arguments and more time trying to understand each other. Less time trying to prove, more time trying to listen. Dang, that was a tongue twister. Less time trying to separate ourselves and more time trying to find common grounds. And that's my question for you in the comments. If you're watching this, subscriber or not subscriber, but please subscribe, press like, press hype. You know what I'm saying? Share it to your friends. My question for you is, when was the last time someone changed your mind about something? And don't be afraid, man. Let me know down in the comments. Like I said, man, press that hype button, press that like button, press that subscribe button, share it with your grandma, your uncles, your cousins, goddamn, your twin. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here acting trend. Shout out to my boys from ATL. You feel me? Shit, forget time my peon ass nigga boy. No, I'm just playing. But I'm on some. But yeah. We'll be back in 4K. Appreciate you as always, man. Much love.